food industry, and the pharmaceutical industry own the food industry. So the food industry want to make you sick and ill by putting all these chemicals in that rot your body and make you ill. So they then can give you tablets to make you better, which don't, because it's all about Illuminati industries making money.
It's all about Illuminati industries making money.
Illuminati industries making money.
As part of the evil cabal's code, they must first publicly present their plans before doing them. As previously seen, all the bombings in the United States have been shown ahead of time by having images of those bombings printed on U.S. currency notes. In keeping with the satanic code of mockery, the new satanic rule would announce their plans publicly. Barack Obama's acceptance speech at the Denver Broncos Stadium was one such public mockery, but the significance remained hidden from the eyes of those who live in total darkness. The altar where the president stood was an exact replication of the seat of Pergamum, the seat of Zeus. This is a direct reference to the Bible, referring to the seat of Satan. Mr. Obama gave his acceptance speech on a replica of the seat of Satan, suggesting that he, Satan, would take his throne at this time through the fit extension known as Barack Obama. The stadium also displays prominently an image of a white horse, once again alluding to the Antichrist in the book of Revelation. Many public displays, such as the Super Bowl halftime show, are merely in reality a satanic ritualistic ceremony, mocking the enslaved masses of deluded sheep. As Madonna took center stage at the Super Bowl, she stood on top of her throne, striking many interesting poses, many resembling the former goddess Ishtar. Her throne also resembled the Hoover Dam, also suggesting the destruction of the Hoover Dam as printed on the $50 bill. All of these public rituals and satanic displays are all the eventuality of the rise of the second beast out of the sea of humanity. The stunning resemblance of Barack Obama to Akhenaten is irrefutable. The reality that an alien is standing in the body of Akhenaten is also easy to perceive in the hieroglyph of Akhenaten and Nefertiti. The rise of the beast, or the alien, would again find a fit extension in Barack Obama as the restored temple of the beast. production of a hybrid species on planet Earth would ultimately require an eventuality in which all humans would eventually fall and succumb to the hybridization of the new race. Once the new race had reached a point of physical transformation of the human temple into a fit extension or a host body for the new race, then a new world would emerge in which the new race would rule by a new government, initiated by the leader of this new race of hybrid beings. Satan would rule the kingdom divided and would deceive the inhabitants of the earth into a new world government that would be established through lies and deceit. As this new race of beings began to emerge within the normal populace, the new government would emerge also, a government based on deceit and lies and manipulation. This new government would have to find a way to control the masses into believing that they needed legislation put in place in order to combat terroristic events and activities that threaten the life and the survival of themselves and their country. The Twin Towers, the Pentagon, the Federal Building are all images of bombings on the U.S. currency that actually happened. This shows that the new race of beings was not only devising the schemes, but also flaunting it and mocking those who they seek to enslave by printing the images within the U.S. currency. Because of these bombings, new legislation was enacted. The Patriot Act, the Enabling Act, is the same legislation that Hitler passed during the rise of Nazi Germany. The United States government would follow accordingly, enacting the same legislation that Hitler had enacted. The Patriot Act would also serve to control the masses by giving the government more power than the government actually needed. Further bombings would also increase the government's ability to further enslave the masses through the signing of more legislation, the National Defense Authorization Act, along with the National Defense Resources Preparedness Act. All these new legislations were designed specifically to enslave the public and giving the government far-reaching powers to where the United States citizens would not be able to rise up and argue with the newly established laws of the land, therefore enslaving the masses. Behind the curtain was a haunting reality that the images of the bombings of every building in the United States were printed on U.S. currency notes. This was almost unbelievable, unexplainable, but the reality of the images being there were also unarguable. When one takes the image that's on the U.S. currency and matches it with the actual bombing of the building itself and lays it on top of that image, you have a complete and perfect match.